This is Fire Force. Let me try that again.
I remember that.
This is Fire Force. Same creator as what was it, Soul Eater? So definitely that is like setting a bar right there. So we're gonna watch this in 3, 2, 1 and play. This one's definitely been like, well, shit. What's the word? I've had my eyes on this series for a while, so I'm really looking forward to this. It's kind of similar to Dr. Stone, actually, which I just watched, where it's just a sudden phenomenon of sorts. Although the approach is different. Damn. Walked out like, do you have some water? he had a feeling, but was like, oh wait, I gotta do this. Don't worry, this is just to extinguish you. As he just pounds him into the ground. Damn. Oh. 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 And that's why I was anticipating this. Okay, that's it. Oh, here's the opening. Dude, I love how like she just kind of like brute forces it, kind of. I've seen her in the promotional trailers, but we might not see her today. So far, like the opening. I like the vocals of it specifically. Oh. Yeah, I can do that. There's the muscles. It's like, whoa. Oh, I already know this is bad. Iris. Now, what do they mean by unpowered? Oh, there we go. Second generation, so it's like, okay. The matchbox. Love it. Ooh, that's a nice water effect. Damn. The fire's a bit 3D and it's kind of in, but alright. Ooh, easy boy. Come on, calm down. Noise. Oh shit. Ah. Oh damn, dude. Whoa. I'm gonna chop the fuck out of her. Wow, he really is gonna try to chop the fuck out of her. Eesh. Ooh. Save him. Nice. Oh my god. Alright, let's go, boy. Ooh. There's the ending. Is there gonna be something else happening at the end? I guess we'll find out. Ooh. 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 Okay. So no previews or anything like that. I'm totally okay with that. So that was episode 1 of Fire Force. Mainly focused on our main character Shinra as a 3rd generation fire soldier. His big thing is that 3rd generations are able to emit fire, and I think that is super cool because it's already cool enough that like he's able to shoot out these flames. First of all, wait, hold on. I want to just make note that I love the animation. I love the animation that they've showcased like in this episode, from the very minor like movements that characters are doing to the absurdity that Shinra like showcases, like with him just dashing across like the train station. And I love how the episode actually follows a very similar like melody. I'm not sure if you guys have picked that up. You notice this melody, and it kind of you hear this melody and it kind of sticks to you, and I like what it does because, or at least I like the sound of it because it gives me this sense of urgency and a little bit of tragedy, like especially when given the circumstances of what they're kind of going through with like fire being like a very stressful environment. But it's the type of music that I would hear as you like kind of look and peer through like the darkness of something. It's like a laser focus on something of peril, something stressful, something that is endangering, and I kind of like that. That's what I kind of get out of like the melody of it. It's kind of hard because there's not really much to elaborate on like most of the characters, not until like later on. There is what's the word? The captain, Obi? Yeah, he seems like a really cool dude. And Hinawa, it seems to be the guy who kind of presses like Shinra's buttons, but not like too far off the edge. And I'm glad that like with Hinawa's case, like he isn't too harsh on the guy. Like, why would you want to do that as he's like the new recruit? But of course, like in these circumstances where you need to be focused and you need to be level-headed about things, it's important that you kind of walk into like these types of situations like level-headed and without too much fear. As you saw with Shinra, he was definitely confronting a lot of his past, something very questionable, but at the very end it started to become clear that Shinra actually saw something within the incident that involved like his mother and his little brother Sho. He is kind of on a path to figure out who had done that, considering that you're seeing some of these infernals, and what you've seen so far is they kind of vary in their behavior and their abilities. The infernal that we saw like in the very first bit of the episode was kind of like a very stationary, I can walk around, I can throw fire at people. Okay. The wife of that poor man, dude, I feel bad for him, but she had that, but she also had like very high like physical capabilities. So that was like, well, that's nuts. I'm also looking at like some of our squad here. Some of them have been like labeled as what was it? There seems to be like different like generations for our fire soldiers. Some don't really have a listed like generation. Some are 2nd, and of course Shinra's the 3rd generation, so he's able to like emit fire, and I think 2nd abilities are able to manipulate them. But it seems like they all have like a very specific like technique, so it isn't just like a general they can all do this and that. It's like kind of keen on them, but it's also categorized as generation say 1 or 2 or 3. So very interesting stuff. I think they built enough to get yourself asking questions, but not too many questions. The biggest questions are just like where Shinra came from and like what's his goals, what's his drive, and you definitely get it from him. He is just trying to do what he can, be a hero like he promised like his mom. And of course it doesn't really help that like people saw him as something different because he seemed to be blamed for all the things that happened in his past. So to see him kind of make resolve with the fact that like, okay, like my mind has been kind of foggy right now, but I know that I saw something. I'm going to figure that out, and I'm going to be the hero that I wanted to be for mom. So It's pretty straightforward as a shonen right now. Animation again was super great. The melody, even though there wasn't too much music that I could really like distinguish from each other, versus when I heard from Dr. Stone, which I actually had to play back. I might have to like wear headphones from here on for solo stuff, just so I can really capture the music. But the music here was pretty well. I mean, it could be a good or a bad thing. It was kind of repetitive as far as like the general melody of it, but I actually liked that because it just kind of kept everything like in similar like flow of pacing. But I mean, that could just be me. But yeah, so just like Doctor Stone, this is like a show that I'm really interested in, and it's something I do want to follow. And I did do this as kind of like a first impression, but I'm not entirely sure if people are down to see that. So if you guys want to see more of that, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely look into that. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, this has been a solid first episode. So yeah, I'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everyone.